Well, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I will do the same pattern that I did in my previous tutorial, but I will do it with 10 increases. As you know, a mochila bottom can be worked with 8, 10, 12 increases. But the most part of the graphs that you see for a mochila bottom, they are made in 8 increases because the program is like that. But you can adapt that pattern and you can use it for a 10 or 12 increase mochila. So in my previous tutorial, I explain in details everything and how I do the increases and the yarn that I use and everything about mochilas. This is a version of the 12 increases but with 10 increases. It's just that I don't go in those details of the yarn and all that stuff. You just check that tutorial for that. Okay, so how can we use a 8 increase pattern for a 10 increase pattern? We will just use it same as we did for the 12 increase. We will just take the section that it repeats itself. You can see in one mochila that there is one section that it just keeps repeating 8 times. So you just take that section, cut it, and you just use that section and repeat it 10 times in case of you using 10 increases. In case of you using 12 increases, you just repeat that 12 times. Okay, so before we get into the tutorial, I just want to do a quick reminder to follow me on my Instagram page. If you haven't been following me yet, I will put there all the graphs of this pattern, the graph with the increase, and also some graphs of this pattern with different kind of color options, so you can just use them as you like. So just follow me there and also check my Facebook page. There I also post a lot of updates that maybe I don't have time to post on YouTube. And also if you need mochila patterns or tapestry crochet patterns for mochila bags mostly, you can just check my Etsy shop where I have a lot of mochila patterns and tapestry crochet patterns. Also, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Like this you can help me grow my channel, and please subscribe if you are new and you like the content of my channel. So without further ado, let's just get into it. I will start with the yellow color and I will do a magic circle. Make one chain, and now I will do 10 stitches inside of the magic circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pull the yarn, I can start directly with 10 stitches in the first round because once I pull the yarn you can't really see any hole. But you can start with 5 first and then double it in the next round, and then there you have 10. If I work with 10 increases, I usually start with 10 stitches from the first row. Now we are going to continue with round number 2, which the pattern for round number 2 is in 1 stitch, 2 single crochet back loop only. Take all the yarn one by one, level them up, and then insert the 3 colors right between the movable yarn here, the yellow one, and the loop that we have right here in the middle. Insert the hook at the back loop of the first stitch that we did in the first round. And do 1 single crochet, and then again in the same stitch 1 more single crochet, and this is one section. This is the first increase. We are working with 10 increases, which means 10 sections, and this is the first section where I am going to put a sign. I will put a sign at the first stitch of the section. I usually just put 1 marker, but to explain more clear, I will put for each section 1 marker. So let's do the second stitch, also the second section. Again, insert the hook, back loop, and 1 single crochet, and then again in the same stitch insert the hook, back loop, in the same stitch and do another single crochet. So here we have the second section. I will put a sign again. In the first stitch of the second section, check the back. So I want to pull a little bit the colors because I have a lot of leftover yarn here, so I will just pull the 3 colors and leave this amount, and then just continue like this all the stitches one by one. For each stitch 2 single crochet back loop only. So here we are, I finished round number 2, and at the end of round number 2 I will have 20 stitches because we double it. So now we will start round number 3 where we start the pattern. For round number 3, actually the pattern starts with dark green colors. So the last stitch of the second round I actually have to close with a green color. So I will pull the yellow and just close with a dark green. Also, I recommend you to yarn over and pull rather than to yarn under and pull, okay? For that, I have a tutorial for straight tapestry design. I will link it up here. So we are going to do the pattern for round number 3, and let's take out the sign, the marker for the first section. The pattern for one section for round number 3, it is 1 green stitch, which I will close with light blue, two blue stitches, and because I have just 1 stitch underneath here, so here I'm going to do the increase, which means at the second yellow stitch here I'm going to do 2 blue stitches, so I will have the increase right here. So 2 blue stitches, 1 and 2, and of course I will close with green because the pattern, it repeats again for the next section and it starts with green. So this is the pattern for one section, and we have 10 increases, so we have 10 sections. So we are going to repeat this pattern another 9 times. Now we will start the pattern for round number 4. The pattern for round number 4, let's take out the first sign for the first section. So the pattern is going to be 1 green stitch, 3 blue stitches. So the increase, I will do it at the second stitch actually. So the first stitch, 1 green stitch, and I will do in 1 stitch 1 green stitch. I will close with blue. And then in the second stitch I will do 2 blue stitches, so I'm going to do here the increase at the second stitch. 2 single crochet stitches with blue color in 1 stitch. And then the third stitch, 1 blue stitch. Which I will close with green, because the pattern starts with green, so it repeats itself on each section. So this is the pattern for one section, like this. I will repeat this pattern 9 more times. Here we are, I finished round number 4, all the sections one by one. I didn't put the markers anymore because I usually work, as I told you, just with one marker where I put the first section, which is the first increase, and the others is just the repetition. And here it's very clear to see where is the section starting because it's just the green one. Each of these green patterns here shows one section. Okay, so I will start the pattern for round number 5, and the pattern for round number 5 is 1 green stitch and 4 blue stitches. So at the first stitch I will do 1 green stitch, and I can do the increase rather this stitch, the first blue stitch here, or the second blue stitch here. It's just up to you. I will do it at the second one. I will take out the marker. Let's start the pattern for one section. So first stitch, 1 green stitch, close with blue, Then second stitch, 1 blue stitch, third stitch, 2 blue stitches, 2 single crochet blue stitches in 1 stitch. So here is the increase, 1 and 2 in the same stitch. And then the third blue stitch, 1 blue stitch again, which I will close with green, because we start the pattern for the second section, which is the same and starts with green. So this is the pattern for one section. So this pattern from here to here, I will repeat 9 more times, as you can see, until I arrive here. Okay guys, here we are. I finished all the sections one by one until I arrived at the end for round number 5. Now we will start the pattern for round number 6. The pattern for round number 6 is 2 dark green stitches, 3 blue stitches, and 1 dark green stitch. I will do the first 2 stitches, 2 green stitches, 1 and 2, which I will close with blue. Then I have 3 blue stitches, so at the next stitch I will do the increases. I will do 2 blue stitches right here, so 2 single crochet stitches in 1 stitch. So I did the first stitch, green, second stitch, green, the third stitch, increase, 2 blue stitches in 1 stitch. And then we have 1 more blue stitch, so at the next stitch 1 blue stitch, which I will close with green. And then the pattern continues, 1 green stitch, which I will continue to close with green, because the pattern is repeating itself for the next section, and the next section we are just going to repeat this pattern again. So this is the pattern for round number 6. 2 green stitches, 3 blue stitches, 1 green stitch, and you will repeat that 9 more times. We will start the pattern for round number 7. The pattern for round number 7 is 2 dark green stitches, 1 light green stitch, 2 blue stitches, 1 light green stitch, and 1 dark green stitch. That's a lot, but let me show you step by step. So take out the marker and let's start. Okay, so we will have 2 dark green stitches, 1, 2, which I will close with a light green. Then I will do 1 light green stitch, which I will close with a blue. The next stitch I will do the increases, which means in 1 stitch I will do 2 stitches, 2 single crochet stitches. So 2 blue stitches, I will do them right here in the same stitch. So 1 blue stitch, and again the second blue stitch, which I will close with a light green. And then we have 1 light green stitch, which I will close with dark green. And then the pattern follows 1 dark green stitch. So this is the pattern for one section. Well, the section starts here and finishes here. I will put back the sign so you know. Check the back once in a while if you have any colors popping, which I don't have. Also, I recommend you to massage the stitches in place. If you see that they are a little bit one next to the other one and it's a little bit tight. Once I finish the pattern for one section, I will repeat this pattern 9 more times. As you know, we have 10 increases, so I did 1 and the remaining 9 I will repeat the same pattern again. Now I will start the pattern for round number 8. The pattern for one section for round number 8 is 1 dark green stitch and 7 light green stitches. First stitch of the section, 1 dark green stitch, which I will close with light green, and then I have 7 light green stitches, and I have to do one increase. The increase here, you can do it anywhere you want to, but I will do it at the 3rd stitch. Right here where I have this increase, I will do the increase right on top here. Okay, you can do it anywhere, it won't distort your pattern. Next we have 7 light green stitches. So 2nd stitch, 1 light green stitch, 3rd stitch, 1 light green stitch, and 4th stitch, 2 light green stitches. I will do the increase. And then for the remaining 3 stitches, I will do again 1 light green stitch on each. So 5th stitch, 1 light green stitch, 6th stitch, 1 light green stitch, and the 7th stitch, 1 light green stitch, which I will close with a dark green. So this is the pattern for one section. Check the back if you have any colors popping, which I don't have. And this is the pattern for one section for round number 8. So you repeat this 9 more times until you arrive at the end of round number 8. Here we are, I finished the pattern for round number 8. Now I will start the pattern for round number 9. The pattern for round number 9 is just 9 light green stitches. You can do one increase, and I think the increase you can do it anywhere you want to. It won't distort any pattern because there is just one color on the 9th round. And I will just continue to do the increase right here where I did the last increase, and on top of that I will do one more increase, but that's just my preference. You can do it anywhere you want. Where is the section? So the section starts here and finishes up here. Between these stitches you can do the increase wherever you want to. So let's take out the marker and I will show you. So 1st stitch, 1 light green, 2nd stitch again, 1 single crochet light green, so we have 2, 3rd stitch again, 1 single crochet with a light green. The 4th stitch here, previously in the previous round I had a 1 increase, so right here where I have the 1st increase I will do again 1 increase, which means 2 single crochet stitches with a light green in 1 stitch. In the same place, 1 more. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches already made, and now for the remaining 4 stitches, on each stitch 1 light green stitch, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and again I will close with light green because we don't have any color. Change the back, we don't need to change color, we just have one color. Work like this and it will look like this. So here is the 1st stitch of one section and here is the last one. So just repeat this pattern 9 more times until the end. And here we are, I finished round number 9 and the pattern is going to look like this. So this is how we crochet with 10 increases. So it's similar to 12 increases, you just have to do 10 stitches when you start the magic circle. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you on my next tutorial. Tschüss!